All right, so I'm just taking a break. God, I just gotta let my eyes rest. Um, a lot of people ask me, how do you become an IT contractor? Well, uh, I can tell you how I got started in IT contracting. Okay. I went to school, majored in computer science like everyone else. I got out. I was lucky enough. Well, I had an internship. So it always helps to have an internship. If you're going through school, you can get any kind of internship. I don't care what it is, even if it's like unrelated to computers, even if it's something else like office work or any kind of foot in the door. Okay, so I graduated with my degree, and I was able to get on with the company just in a different job role, that I was working at my internship for, right? So it was a basic entry level computer job, basically just doing like reporting, right? Doing like SQL reporting. Um, anyway, so that job became, I outgrew that job very quickly. But it opened up the doors to other jobs, right? So I went to other jobs. I immediately increased my salary by like 3 times. And you'll find your first job, you'll make, you think it's a lot because there's a huge jump between an internship, which might pay like, $10 an hour or whatever. And then all of a sudden you start making like, like, I don't know, like, 40,000 a year, let's say. And then you think that that's like a huge number, right? You're like, wow, that's like, I'm making these astronomical amounts of money. Well, in just like, another year or two, you like triple that money. So now all of a sudden you're up to like, 100K or, 120. And then you're just like, wow, this is great. And then it just depends. Then you just kind of like float from like job to job based on that. Like I worked at this place and then I got bored with it, went to another place, worked for a long time at this other place. But then, then it becomes like a lifestyle thing. Do I like working here? Do I like the people? Do I like the work? Because now you have other opportunities. You can go, you can do everything, you can do anything, you can work anywhere. You can do multiple job roles at that point because you're skilled in like all these different things. So then it really starts opening up doors, and then you start thinking, okay, well maybe I should do consulting. Well, sometimes you're forced into consulting. Sometimes you may have a full-time job and you may get laid off, or you may leave. And, you may look around in the job market and see that, okay, well, the only thing available is contract work, right? So you're like, okay, well, how do I get started in contract work? Well, and then some places only do like a W-2 contract work. And then some places do like what's called like corp to corp or C to C, they call it for short. So it just depends. So if you find a job that you like and they say, okay, well, we only do corp to corp, then all of a sudden you got to start a corporation. And usually you do like a S corp. That's what contractors do. And, you can set that up on your own, depending on the state. It's a little bit different. Or I advise you to work with an attorney on setting all that stuff up. I mean, not an attorney, but a tax accountant to set all that stuff up. It's just so it's automatic for you, because you want to make it simple, just like you're getting a paycheck, right? You don't want to have to worry about any of that other garbage, any of the other tax stuff and all the other filings that you have to do, and all these computer software programs that pretend to automate that stuff. I mean, you can do that, but it's totally not worth it. It's such a pain. It's going to take so much time. You're never gonna keep up with it. It's better to pay somebody and then just get the check and then not have to worry about it. So, I mean, if you're going to do that, that's the way to go, right? Anyway, consulting, it's very rewarding. If you're a consultant, you've pretty much like made it. You're in like this, I don't want to say it's like an Ivy League of professionals, but it kind of is. I mean, there's a difference between like if you're like a full-time employee somewhere or if you're a consultant, in there, right? When you're a consultant, they're expected to pay not only your rate, but, the work that you do above and beyond, let's say what a salary person would do. So a salary person would work maybe like 50, 60 hours a week and only get paid, their base salary. They may get a bonus. Where a contractor would work, you get paid for every hour you work. So if you're working, 50, 60 hours a week, you're getting paid, 50, 60 hours a week. And all of a sudden, those invoices really start adding up to some serious money. Not only do you make more money, but they cover all of your meals and travel expenses. So now all of a sudden you're flying, you're jet setting, and you're staying at like very nice hotels, very nice corporate hotels. Sometimes they have a hotel like rate that you stay at, you can pick from, but then sometimes some places are just kind of wide open. It's just, kind of like a reasonable expense thing, and you can just choose whatever hotel you want. Sometimes you want to stay like at, if you're like in Florida or something, you can stay like at a resort and they're like really nice, or stay like on the beach. So that's always nice. And then you have your meals covered, right? So you can go out, you can have a nice meal. Sometimes it's like a per diem where they give you like, $40, $50 a day, depending on where you're at. Or it's like actual expenses, right? So you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then just, bill it back and they reimburse you for it, I know some people that have a per diem, they do like real cheap, right? So they just like take like a sack lunch and they just like keep that money. But it's, if you're working, you're going to want to go out to lunch with everyone, and you're going to want to hit that, that Asian fusion bistro within walking distance of the place, and just have like a nice lunch and have some nice warm tea with your lunch, and then eat, and then you go back. You might do a little bit of work, and then you go have a cup of coffee, you get some sugar, you go back to work. I mean, it's a lot of fun, right? And then after work, sometimes depending on your team, they want to like go to the bar, or like go out and get something to eat, and usually it's not like a bar. Usually it's like they have food. It's like a lively atmosphere. It's kind of like what consultants like to go to. And you just go out and you have time. And you don't talk about work. I mean, nobody really talks about work. You just talk about like, I don't know. I don't know what consultants talk about. It depends. Different people. Some people, they talk about like wineries and tasting wine, like some of these guys I've worked with. And some guys, they talk about, just normal stuff. I mean, consultants are a special breed of people for sure. And if you can get into that field, I really suggest doing it. It's going to be much more rewarding than a full-time job. It's also going to be a little bit more stressful, because if you're between projects, sometimes that can be stressful if you have, high expenses, and you need to keep kind of the income flowing. But if you can keep your expenses reasonable, save up a little bit of money, take some time off between projects, it works out perfectly. So if anyone needs any advice on how to become an IT consultant, drop me a line. Let me know. I've been doing it for over 20 years. 20 years.